Thank you so much. We certainly appreciate it. I heard the people say, and a number of other groups. I know many of you raised your hand earlier and said this is the first event like this you've been to. And I just want to encourage you to get networked with some of these groups. Of course, through Franklin County Patriots on our webpage, you can find links to a lot of these groups. Like I heard the people say, saw Cindy McGee over here with Show Me Patriots, other groups that are here. I want to mention a group that's here today, and I hope when we conclude that you'll go by and see their display and their petition. But it's well, a couple of things. First of all, if you've not gotten back there and found out about the trip to D.C., I know several people have signed up today. I hope you'll do that. But there's also a group here who's campaigning strong to audit the Federal Reserve, which really and really we're more optimistic today than we've ever been that this could actually happen. People have been campaigning for that and championing this cause for a long, long time. Really, the Federal Reserve is a misnomer. First of all, it's not federal. They're not a part, really, they're not accountable to anybody in this country. And second of all, it's not a reserve because they don't have any funds. But we need to sign up to let them know that we want them to be accountable to someone. And so I hope you'll go by to their booth, Campaign for Liberty, and sign that petition and learn more about that. I also want to take a moment and mention someone that I had the opportunity to speak to just a moment ago. I knew him when he was a student in our private school. His name is Jim Tripp, and Jim Tripp's sitting right. Would you stand, please? Jim is serving our country. He has been. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jim. Jim will be deployed in just a few days to go to Afghanistan. I told him, I said, Jim, we're so proud of you and so grateful for what you do. And he said this, it's an honor for me to do it. I'll tell you, we appreciate people who have that kind of a mentality about our country and serving our country. I want you to bear with me for just a brief moment and let me just re-emphasize what has been said a number of times, and that is we need to do more than just show up at these rallies. These rallies are important. This really encourages us. It helps us to stay focused. It helps us to realize there are a lot of people like this. It's important. But we need to do more. We need to be active. We need to write our legislators. We need to get them on the phone. We need to have face-to-face confrontations with our elected officials. We need to stand on street corners, and we need to stand up and be heard. And I hope that you'll do more than just come to a rally, but you'll get involved in some way. I know she wouldn't want me to do this, and she may not still be. Is Mary Overmark still here? I just want to recognize her. Mary, are you here? You see her anywhere? I saw her a little while ago and talked to her. We've been going, people from our organization have been going door to door through Sullivan and Pacific and St. Clair and Washington Union. Let me just take a little poll. How many of you got a flyer on your door? Anybody got a flyer on your door? Look at all that. Lots of people are doing that. I met Mary Obermark one Saturday morning. She showed up at the Krog City Park in Washington, and she took a section of her city, and we gave her a handful of flyers, and I've seen her twice since then. It's incredible how much of Washington she's covered door to door by herself because she loves her country, and she believes that there's something that she can do and we can do, and we've got to start thinking like that. So we appreciate her and every patriot that's been a part of making this possible. We had our first tea party that we sponsored as Franklin County Patriots on Independence Day, 4th of July. And we just had a fraction of this many here, but we had a tremendous, tremendous rally. But one of the speakers at that rally was Mr. Paul Kurtman. Paul Kurtman is a veteran, served our country in the Marines, and he's a true patriot. He's an advocate not only for preserving our freedoms, but for getting people back to the Constitution. That ought to be the thing that we emphasize more than any other thing. If we live by the Constitution, the health control legislation would not even be an issue, because we've read the Constitution, it's none of their business. And so he's championing this cause. We appreciate him very, very much. Paul, where are you? If you'd come at this time, would you join me in welcoming Paul Kurtman? And we appreciate very much his zeal for our country.
Just give me a second to set up my teleprompter. All the speakers have already touched on it. At one time or another, every speaker that we had up here today, and probably being echoed through the whole crowd, were the words, "we the people." But what I'm going to mention to you right now, I'm going to document from our own founding documents the authority that we the people had. All power, if you were to read the founding documents, really does rest in we the people. Over the last couple of years, Americans have been beginning to get a pretty bad taste in